Hey, what's up? This is StormMakerX, and welcome to a special edition of the Mandalorian Armor Kit Build series. If you've been keeping up with the sniper rifle trend, this video is related to it, but because of all the details and all the information necessary to kind of do this part of the process, I felt it was necessary to go ahead and separate it. So therefore, if someone wanted to know how to do it without having to go through each one of those videos, they could find it right here. And so, with all that being said, this video is focused on how to build the custom bipod, so from scratch. Now, the reason why I'm trying to do it is because to actually get a actual working bipod, the cheapest you're probably going to get is somewhere between 40 and 50 bucks. Okay, and to get a really good set goes up even further. We're talking about like 80. I think the may have gone to 121 time when I was looking through, and I actually was like, no, we could do better than that. So this process is going to show you how to build one and affordably. And the only problem is it's going to cost you time to do it. So now, as most of those who've been keeping up with the sniper rifle videos, this is the Nerf long shot. This baby was one of the first sniper rifle types when it first came out. Now, the reason why I'm building a custom bipod is, as you can see right here, it's hollowed out on the inside on these right here, and because of that, it definitely gives the representation of toy-like. So I could fill it and try to make it blend with the rest of it, but that alone was going to take a lot of time and a lot of work. So instead of doing that, I decided to go ahead and just pick up a few custom pieces like these and started working with it. Now, these you can easily get from any hardware store. I got these from Home Depot. The most expensive it can be, I think it's going to be like maybe $15, maybe. If you went the route I went, it was like $13, plus with some of the parts I went to get for the scope and all. So really, it'd be less than $13. So if you want me to be honest, and this is easy to do. All you just have to do, like I said, it just requires a little bit of patience and just work with it. So let me go ahead and show you what each piece is going to do. First off, depending upon which route you can go, the way I'm going to do it, I took one of these, and this is a 1/2 inch cap, and I literally took my Dremel tool and went all over it and smoothed it out to this kind of finish. There's a little rough edges here and there, but it's not bad. So most of that's going to be covered when I get done, and we're going to hit it with some Bondo later, so that's going to make it a little bit more official. Just to go ahead and show you, this is why. I do have a 3/4, which is a little bit bigger version, but it looks to me like it would be really unnecessarily big. So with that being said, that's why I went with a 1/2 inch cap right here. It's got threads in it, but when we get done, it's not gonna matter. So, and yeah, it's a little bit more flush. Definitely looks a lot better. So now, I took a 3/4 pipe. This is PVC. It's pretty cheap and reasonable. I took one of these, and I literally took my Dremel tool and shaped it as much as I could to try to go ahead and smooth it out. So therefore, when it gets onto here, it's pretty flush. Okay. And what I'm going to do later is I'm actually going to use some glue on it, so therefore I can hold that position. Now, a little something I want you to know. The one beauty about the Nerf long shot is that this portion is already angled. So as you can see with this cap, it's already got a little bit of a tilt going that way. So, which is great, because when it goes to here, it's going to look kind of flat and flush, but when it sticks out, it's actually going to stick out. So therefore, it actually does its job like it's supposed to. So, which is great. It's a good thing that they did that when they were working on it. It definitely makes life a lot easier when trying to build a custom bipod. So anyway, like I said, what you want to do is try to get it kind of flush, just like that. We're going to glue that later on, but first, I took a piece of styrene. I'm going to sand it down in a little bit and smooth out the inside, so therefore that way we can glue it like that. Once the glue dries, and if you get JB Well plastic weld, that is much more preferred. This stuff right here is really good, and it does great on plastic to plastic. It also does great on plastic to metal. For those who have seen the Gauntlet videos, that is the exact same glue I used to put the hinges in my Gauntlet. So yes, that is a really good glue to look into. I think it's like $6, but for what it does, it's really preferred by me. So definitely get that. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this part right here with that same glue, let it dry. And the beauty about that glue is that it literally dries very quickly. It really does. It takes 5 minutes to set, and I think it takes about 30 minutes to, oh, I'm sorry, 1 hour to cure, actually. I had to look on the back of the label. So yeah, it dries really quick. Humid weather, you might want to give it a little bit more time, maybe another 30 minutes, maybe something like, you know, because you want that glue to really harden, and it's really good for what it's going to do. So afterwards, I'm going to take my Dremel tool and grind around those areas right there, and then I'm going to go ahead and put some more glue right there, and then I'm going to put this on top. And it needs to be pretty flush, so therefore when the time comes when it does what it's supposed to do, you'll hold on. Oops. That's what happens when I only got one hand. And then the reason why I have it cut short like that is so therefore I can actually use a 1/2-inch pipe and actually place it onto that end. So that's why, how come I'm going to have that styrene hold in between, and therefore I have a little bit more foundation for this portion to work. And then afterwards, probably cut it off about right here maybe, or maybe somewhere around right there, whichever comes first. And then this is where this part comes in. Now for this one, I'm probably going to go ahead and take my Dremel tool again and cut around this area right here and to a smooth finish. That way I only have this half. And then I'm going to take a portion of this, a small portion, not a lot, stick it in here. You know, of course, first of all, I'm going to have to glue it on in here first, and then afterwards I'm going to glue them all together like that, so therefore they have a very strong hold. And then that way it's going to look something like this. Let me try to line it up. Hopefully my hand will work. So it'll be something like that. So yeah, that's definitely going to give it a little bit more of a finished look, and I think it's definitely going to work very well for what I'm trying to do. Now, if you just wanted to, you could get away with using this bigger cap, but to me, I felt like it was completely just huge. I thought it was just kind of unnecessary to run, so that's how come why I'm not using it. And I personally believe this is just a little bit better deal here. I almost thought about running 1/2-inch with a 1/2-inch cap, but if you look at it this way, the cap just looks, you know, the cap is just a little bit bigger. I'm not saying you couldn't do that. It would probably still work, but the round portion I felt was abnormal to do. So if you wanted to do something like this and try to copy what I'm doing, definitely get the 1/2-inch cap right here and 3/4 PVC pipe, and then just literally try to flush them together. As you can see, they match pretty well. All right, so therefore when the time comes, some of this I'm going to hit with Bondo too, so it's going to really look a little bit better, and it's definitely going to look like one piece. Now anyway, that's pretty much what's going on. I'm going to start working on it, and then that way you guys can see the finished product a little bit better. So okay, after spending some time working on this, this is what it looks like now. Alright, and it looks like one nice solid piece. And I was able to glue this portion right here first. Then I was able to take my Dremel tool and smooth it out really nicely. You can even rake your finger around it. It worked out very nicely. And then I glued these pieces together right there. And it turned out pretty nicely. This one gave me a little bit of fits, but I was able to get it to dry like it's supposed to. And then I glued the 1/2-inch piece right here, about 7 inches worth, and then was able to get it to dry. And now it's holding on very strongly. The only problem is there is a little bit of a gap right here, and it didn't matter how much of that glue I tried to put in there, it just did not want to stay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of that JB Weld Bonder, pack it in there just nicely, and it's going to dry and harden around it. And what it's going to do is it's going to act like a partially like Bondo, but it's actually kind of like a glue. So when it gets done, I'm going to take my Dremel tool, sand it down really nicely and nice and smoothly, so therefore it have a nice strong hold, and it will really act like one piece. So that's definitely going to help. Now, originally I was going to use this after taking just a piece of that 1/2-inch pipe there, stick it in there just nicely, then glue them together like that. But the only problem that kept on nagging me was the fact that was a lot of rubber for the bottom end of a sniper rifle bipod, and to me I felt that was unnecessary. So what I did, I carefully took a heavy duty knife blade just like this one, cut around the edge right here. I hope you guys can see it. The lighting on this is kind of weird. Cut around right there, right where my finger is, and just kept it going around it very nice and smoothly. And then afterwards, took a Dremel tool, set it on the lowest setting with the sanding bit on it, and then just smooth all that out. So therefore it looks like one nice flat surface. And now when you press it up here, it looks just right. Now, heavy footnote here. Please do be careful when using one of these around the rubber like that, because if you don't have a steady hand, or if you're not really cautious, you can easily slice your finger. So as a precaution, what you can do is like wear gloves, or just try to make sure that you can cut it without necessarily having to get your finger so close to the blade. So either way, just do be careful with that, and then just be patient with it and just work with it. But yeah, anyway, with that out of the way, now if you do this, it gives it a little bit of an angle, a little bit. If you twist it over there though, it turns out flat like it's supposed to. So yeah, and back again like that. It's got a little bit of an angle, so definitely it's going to give it that nice sniper rifle feel. So yeah, the only thing, you can easily customize this a little bit. If you don't like the way how long this looks, you can easily cut portions of anywhere around here that you would prefer, and then just adjust according to how you prefer it. I went with 12 inches because I was told on a more official level, most sniper rifle bipods are about between 9 and 12 inches. And that's from this point all the way to here. And that way, snipers can go ahead when they take their shot, it'd be a better position. Plus, it looks like it can collapse right there, but it's not designed to. But if you want it shorter, you can. As a matter of fact, you could probably go for about half it, half that size, because the original bipods I think were like 6 inches. So you can easily cut like right there. So therefore, you can get it to that point right there, and then that way you can get it to your preferred size. So therefore, you can pull off that sniper rifle look with the bipod system. But yeah, so that's all there is to it with this video, and I hope it helps, and I hope it comes in handy for you. Okay, I don't really have a lot of time left for this video, but I'm at least going to show you what it looks like now. Not only was I able to get the first bipod leg done, I was able to get a second one. So, and it's all primed and painted and all smoothed out, and I was able to also glue in those rubber feet as well. Unfortunately, that's really all the time I have. So any questions, just if you would, just leave it on the comments down below, and I will answer any that you may have regarding it. So hope this helps, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Hey, if you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button. If you have any comments or questions, hit them down in the comments down below. I'd like to hear from you guys, so I will reply ASAP. And furthermore, if you'd like to keep up with any future videos, hit the subscribe button. Hope you guys have a good day.